Hey, Assalamualaikum, welcome back to TLM update for Friday, 26th of November. I hope you have a blessed Friday, guys. And I'm just gonna dive into a little bit into the shorter time frame. Now, yesterday I did tell you guys that this is looking for a correction to go a little bit down to the 42 area because I told you so many times when you break a particular resistance, you're gonna go back to back test things. How far can it go down? That's the question. And are we still bullish? Yes, I'm gonna answer that. We are still bullish on the charts, of course. The target, the near target, is going to be the 72. Yesterday, I told you guys that we might hit 51 and then go down. Otherwise, it could go to 58. Now, the fact that I told you yesterday that it was 51, I'm just gonna play this small video. So this is the part that I wanted to tell you guys. Hear me out. There's one thing. For people who are looking for an entry, who knows, before we go to the 59, have a small retracement, come a little bit down to 46. That's a possibility. Or you can just go all the way to the 59, then come down to the 46. This is also a good idea. Why? Because you broke a resistance right there. Do you see that? And when you break resistance, you always tend to come back to back test the resistance. Simple. Okay, break resistance, go back and back test. Now there's one resistance. This resistance has failed. Okay, and as a matter of fact, I told you yesterday that I do believe after hitting the 51, this could go down. And the fact that it went a little bit higher, if you zoom in a little bit, the closing was still below the 51. So for me, this was a resistance level based on the Fibonacci retracements. If I take the top here to the bottom right there, I'm going to show you. You can see it has hit the 1.272. Now, how deep can it retrace and where can it go? There's something bothering me on the smaller time frame, and the first level of big support, of course, is the 42. Okay, this region, this is a resistance that was hit. Do you see that? It went up and up and up, got hit, got rejected, went down, and now it's moving to, it went towards the upside. It is coming down for the 42 at the moment. But to me, I don't know why that I want to say that this is going to go a little bit more down. And probably on the 4-hour time frame, it's not bearish, it's just correction, it's just a pullback. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's not going to go to 72, but what I'm doing here is just I'm stating the pullbacks. Now, the one possibility is that you can hold the 42, but I think, and that's the 20 EMA also on the 4-hour time frame. That's the 786 on the Fibonacci retracement. This is a big level of support. The reason why I do believe that this can also come down to the 55 on the 4-hour time frame as well, before I tell you guys if it's possible for it to go to $5 by this bull market by the end of the bull run, I'm gonna hide the EMAs and then go to the daily time frame, and I want to talk about a particular candlestick that can play out, which is not a confirmed candlestick right now, but it is a possibility nonetheless, of course. And let's remove the Fibonacci as well from here and look at this candle. That's a very bearish candlestick right there. This is known as the bearish engulfing candlestick. You see, when the red is bigger than the green, that still means that there's downside pressure, and the bears are a little bit in control in the short term, of course, not in the long term. In the long term, the bullish are in control. When you zoom in things, it's bearish. When you have the bird's view, then that's going to be bullish. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to turn back on the EMAs, and look, we're very overextended from the EMAs on the daily. Do you see that? So it does make sense to come a little bit down to at least the 10, the 38 region, or maybe the 36. If the 20 comes a little bit up like this, then this can come to the 36 as well. So if this candle closes in the next 16 hours, okay, if it closes, the red closes below the green, based on the charts, it's pretty much going to go a little bit more down, and that's not bearish at all. That's just going to give you another buying opportunity. So let it cool down, that's no problem. And another thing that I want to talk about is on the weekly time frame, of course, and the weekly is looking superb. The weekly time frame is amazing, and on the weekly time frame we have some bullish cross. Okay, we have a bullish cross right now, right there. This is a bullish cross, guys, and I want to open up TLM maybe in a different exchange. Let's see if I can open it up on a Q coin. I just want to show you a much more cleaner TLM right here. This just loads up. Well, that's not too much of a data. Yeah, now the TLM, guys, on the weekly, it's super bullish. Okay, it's getting very bullish on the weekly time frame, because if I zoom in, we have that bullish cross, guys. We have this bullish cross after a long time. Do you see that? That's a very nice bullish cross right there, and that's the reason why it's pumping right now. That's the reason why it's pumping on the weekly. That's the reason why I'm telling you 1-2 months hold it. That's the reason why the video was saying the next 2-3 months can it 2-3x, and it has already, like, 2x. It has already 2x from the time I gave this call. Now I'm looking for the 3x, and in my opinion we still have 60 days more to go, and but I'm changing my views, and the question is, can we go back to $5.5 maybe in 60 days? That's a possibility, because in the bull cycles, the bull market are meant to be very, very, very parabolic, okay? And now that we have broken out of the symmetrical triangle, now that we have formed a bullish cross, there is a lot of chances that we go all the way to the 5.5 region, okay? And I'm gonna take the Fibonacci retracements from the top here to the bottom, and let me tell you when that scenario is gonna get into play. It is already into play. Look, you have crossed the 0.618 on a larger Fibonacci retracement. Put a tick here, put a tick there, and this is putting itself on a journey to go to the 4.22 region. Do you understand that? This is your next target. When is it going to happen? I don't know the time frame, to be honest, but this is a target. Maybe the midterm, maybe the long term, maybe by the end of the bull market. No, it's not clear to me, but what is clear to me is that as long as you're holding the 0.32, the 0.618, as long as you're above this level, the good news is that you don't need to fear even if we are having this pullback, because on the long term we are putting ourselves on a journey to the $4.2. Who knows, we can have a small little rise, a little bit up to go to the $5. Now there's people saying $10 as well, and it makes sense because on the Fibonacci retracement we have the 2, which is the $11, but that's gonna be ultra super bullish. What I will recommend you to do is close 80% of your money when you reach 4.22, and keep 20% for the free run. If it continues to the 11 to the 22, who knows, it can go all the way to the maniac. Because let me tell you one thing, $5 is believable, because the truth is, when it launched on Binance, people bought here. There are people who buy here and they are holding because they don't want to sell in a loss, and they are waiting for their recovery, that it goes back to $5, and you're buying right here. So please have the bird's view and don't think based on the small pullbacks and the small retracements. I will recommend you that you guys just hold this one for the next 2 months and don't be bothered about the ups and downs and what is happening, because it is on a journey to go to 4.2, but it's not going to go straight up. It's going to find resistance, the 0.86 and 1.7, the 2.5, the 4.22. It is going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, and boring. It could be boring until you don't reach there. That's the thing that I can tell you, okay? So that's it for today's update. It was a long one, but I just wanted to point out where this one can go, because you guys have been requesting a lot. And yeah, so that's it. I'm going to see you with the next one. Allah Hafiz.